Unbelievable 49er fans. The 49ers, they got to have the worst luck. You got to be kidding me. Kyle Shanahan just met with the media, and we got some bad news to tell you. We're going to talk to you about it. Bryce Huff suffered a hamstring injury, and he will be missing a few weeks, dude. Like, what are we even doing here? What are we even doing, man? Like, unbelievable to me. This is actually unbelievable. Bryce Huff, hamstring injury. He's going to miss a few weeks, according to Kyle Shanahan. I mean, this guy was unbelievable last night. The Bugatti is one of the reasons why the Niners were able to win. And now he's hurt. He's going to miss a couple of weeks. Hamstring injuries are brutal. Now man, honestly, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say. Like, it just makes no sense. Every day, every week, every game, you think that you're going to get out without any injuries. And today, boom. These are your healthy defensive ends for the 49ers. You have Sam O, okay? Travis Gibson, who they just called up from the practice squad and promoted. You got Robert Beal Jr. and William Bradley King. And I guess you could throw Mykel Williams, but he's not necessarily a pure edge rusher. That's your pass rush. You have Sam O, Travis Gibson, Robert Beal, William Bradley King, who's on the practice squad, and Mykel Williams. That's it. Maybe Seabass. He's not an edge rusher. He's not a true edge rusher. Unbelievable. Like, what are we doing? They have to make a move. This is unreal. I know. It truly is, Stephanie. Like, yeah, at some point, I don't know how they're winning with no Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa, all that. Now you got no Bryce Huff. And he was literally a reason why they were winning games. Last night, he was the reason the defense was able to get to Michael Penix. That's just brutal. That's a brutal blow. We have to make a move this week. Absolutely. I know they were going to make a move probably sooner or probably closer to the deadline, but now you got to start. You got to start making those phone calls. John Lynch needs to be on the phone. He needs to get on that phone because that is a brutal blow to this team. Man. Come on, man. That just sucks. Actually sucks to me. That actually sucks. This Victory Monday went downhill real quick. Wow. That's brutal, man. Bryce Huff was brilliant last night. He was actually brilliant last night. This is what Kyle Shanahan said about Bryce Huff. Won't be more than 2 weeks. 49ers now are down without their 3 pass rushers. They're going to continue to monitor the edge trade market. So we'll see. One thing that Kyle Shanahan did mention today, according to Dave Lombardi, he says Kyle Shanahan repeats that the 49ers would prefer someone who's under contract beyond 2026, but emphasizes that it isn't imperative. The 49ers would be open to a rental. So they want a guy that's kind of under contract for a few years. I mean, you don't want to just get a guy. That's what they're saying. So I don't know. That's tough, man. Actually brutal for the 49ers losing Bryce Huff. I don't know. That just took the wind out of my sails. Honestly, it really did. I think the Dolphins are going to get us some. I think we're going to get a Dolphins defensive end. Something. This is what Kyle Shanahan says. This is from Matt Lively. He says, do the 49ers defensive end injuries change their trade talks? Shanahan says, it doesn't change the urgency of it. He says it sucks losing Huff, but hopefully it won't be long term. I mean, it's a hamstring injury. That's not good. And according to what Kyle Shanahan said, he says he injured it during the last few plays of the game. So he basically played through the game healthy until the end. Are you kidding me? Like, that's what's unfortunate about this injury. Good, man. We can't win for losing. I know. We can never enjoy Victory Mondays, Tanisha. I 100% agree. Like, it's like you're so excited. You're happy we won. And then here comes the injury report. It's like, boom. Sorry, guys. What is the issue, AJ? At this point, it's literally every week. What is the... AJ said, I saw Huff lower his body like Bosa. I had a bad feeling about it. That's a good point. Because remember, I did make that whole spiel of how Bosa goes down and the way he rushes probably causes his injuries because he's been injured multiple times and he's just a beast. But his technique puts a lot of strain on his knees. That could be it. Because you're right. There were some plays where it looked like Bosa-esque. Like there was that sack. I mean, the move, the actual pass rush move was literally carbon copy of Nick Bosa. So you could be onto something. Maybe his technique getting down and low like Nick could have led to hamstring because he was repetitively doing that, and that predisposed the hamstring to injury. So it's a good point, actually. Fuck, man, that's brutal. What's in the water? I don't know. Roman says Bradley Chubb. That's definitely an option. There's options out there. The Niners have to make a move, but it sucks because now instead of being like getting stronger, you're just going back to it. Like that just sucks because you could have had Bryce. Imagine, okay, let's just say we get Bradley Chubb. Like let's just throw it out. That's the name. All right, let's just all agree that we're getting Bradley Chubb. It may be somebody else, but for this exercise, let's say we're getting Bradley Chubb. Imagine the Niners had Bryce up and Bradley Chubb. Now it's just Bradley Chubb. So it's like you're not as strong as you thought you were going to be. It would have been Bryce Huff and Bradley Chubb. Oh my God, now it's just Bradley Chubb, who's good, but you don't have Bryce Huff for a few weeks. So, and then when he comes back, is he going to be the same? Is he going to be as fast and explosive? Because the hamstring injury is a brutal one. Yeah, I agree, Stephanie. It is crazy. The football gods are trolling us. Kind of seems like that, huh? We're playing the Super Bowl Levi's, and they're like, nah, not this year. God. Oh, David says all these injuries, and they're going to play at MetLife Turf in a few weeks. Oh my God. Didn't even think about that. Winter says, literally said last night that it's not about who we gain, it's about who we lose. You did say that last night. It's about who we lose at this point because we're going to gain people back, but who are we losing? Like, I'd rather lose like Sam O compared to Bryce Huff. No disrespect to Sam O, but he's not as impactful as a Bryce Huff. You know what I mean? So I 100% agree with that. Like, I'd rather lose like the other injury. Okay, let's talk about the other injury. Jake Brendel. He got a hamstring injury. Cool, man. I hate the – I don't want to be mean to him, but, hey, take your time. Heal up. Matt Hennessy's season is here. Jake Brendel, hamstring injury. He's going to miss a few weeks. Okay. We got Matt Hennessy who played better. So, like, I'd rather lose Jake Brendel than I'd lose Bryce Huff. That right there is a perfect example. And you're absolutely right, Wizards. So, yes, Jake Brendel, our starting center, is going to be out for a few weeks. That's tough for him. It's tough for him. But we got Matt Hennessy, who I love. Matt Hennessy season. Let's talk about a couple more guys. So, Bernardo Green, he's going to be day-to-day and does not have turf toe. That's good news. He does not have turf toe. It's just a toe injury. And he's going to be day-to-day. There you go. So Bernardo Green is going to be day-to-day. He avoided a major injury. That's good. But I'll tell you what, Darrell Luter stepped up in his presence. So, and there was one more injury update for us to monitor. So they're going to be reevaluating Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall this week. They're going to continue to monitor them, but there's not a guarantee that they're going to play this week. That's what Kyle said. So they're going to reevaluate Brock and Ricky Pearsall this week, and we'll see what happens. We'll see. And again, so Bernardo Green, day-to-day, does not have turf toe. Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall will be reevaluated this week. Bryce Huff has a hamstring injury, will miss a couple weeks. And unfortunately, Jake Brendel has a hamstring injury. So those are your injury updates for today. Again, the biggest one is basically Bryce Huff, man. That's just brutal to this team. Bryce Huff having a hamstring injury is unbelievable, man. Nathan says, "Hey Raj, happy victory Monday. Sadly, the injuries suck, especially Bryce. I know, man. I know. I've been sitting here crying about it for the last 10 minutes here. So, DJ says, I'm late. Can we call up the Hulk? We can. We can call him up, but they're going to need more than Sebastian. So it sucks, man. That to me was the worst injury of last night. Obviously it was, but that one is tough because I think if we could at least had him You could have managed to get through these games. And now you don't have Bryce Huff. Now you got to rely on like Travis Gibson and all these other guys who, no disrespect to Sam O, that D line is just not going to hit. Like Bryce Huff was an absolute dog last night. Without Bryce Huff, you don't win that game. The strip sack, he was one of the heroes of that game. And, now you have no Bosa, no Bryce Huff, obviously no Fred Warner. What the hell is going on, man? Jesus, man. Ugh. It's a brutal one. It's a brutal one. I don't know what to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, but injuries suck. Victory Monday, but at what cost? Like, how are we 5-2 with all these players? Or Bryce Huff, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk. Come on. Brutal. Dr. Space Monkey says, I'm pumped for 5-2, top of the West. God damn it. Like we having an injury-free victory Monday. I literally thought that as soon as I was about to hop on the live. I was like, man, when's the last time the Niners didn't have a major injury on a Monday that we, won a game, like Victory Monday? Literally every week. AJ says someone is doing voodoo juju. Somebody's doing voodoo juju, boo-boo juju. Like boo-boo doodoo doodoo juju. Something. Oh, man. My boy Eagles says Eagles on top? Bro, you're not anywhere close to the top. Goodbye. Tej says make that trade. They got to make it in. I need to call John Lynch tonight. We got to go over trades. I'll call John Lynch, man. 5-2. Keep the faith. Robert Salah, Susan said. It's all we can do is just pray and hope that we, stay on top of things, man. It's tough. I mean, at this point, we're 5-2 with everything that's going on. There's nothing else to do than believe. You just got to you're right. Keep the faith. Just believe. Just believe. Who knows? Good night, man. Wow. Someone doing voodoo juju. Voodoo juju. Oh, shit, man. Unbelievable. So, anyways, y'all have a good rest of your day. We'll be live a little later. Bryce Huff, get well soon. I hope it's not a long time. Hamstring injuries are no fun, man. Damn it. At least Renardo Green didn't get a major injury. And Jake Brendel, take all the time you need, champ. Have a great day.